if we now use the lift and look at the ball again from up here, it looks as if a quarter of it were made out of glass. I know, however, that it's not a quarter. The other side is completely wooden as well. You know that, I don't know if you can see that anywhere or if that's just learning by doing. It's really, I think, learning by doing. You just see it doesn't work out if you try counterweighting it as if it were the entire quarter. But I'm not certain. I don't really know if you can see it at some place here, and there are the pages. My attempts to produce a carnivorous hybrid have had limited success. I thought I was making greater progress, but the life that grows in the forest isn't like the plants on Orion. It's much more tenacious, less susceptible to grafts. Perhaps if I try mixing in species from a swamp? Yeah, so apparently the huge bird-eating plant was a kind of creation by Saavedro. Creation is a huge word, but at least a hybrid. Something he made, something that wasn't there. So, we've seen now, yes. All we've seen now is practically that a part of this ball isn't made out of wood, and I think we have to go. No, that's wrong. I think we actually have to follow this path. Yeah, should be it. What we see here is a mechanism, a set of scales, basically, with this ball being one weight. But we don't see that. It's completely in the middle now. We see that because of those 3 stripes. It's completely centered. And we have now to look that the counterweight is exactly the same. Of course, we want it to be balanced. So we have to look at the counterweight here. And we notice, however, that the counterweight here, that's wood obviously, if we calculate it out, we cannot get the exact same amount of weight as we have out there, because we would need a ball that is made completely out of wood except for one little piece of glass. We can't do that. That's just not available. So what we can do is to add twice the weight we had this on this little thingy, the little gallows thingy, like set of scales he had in his office. The thing with the half as long arm. And we can do the same thing here. We got that hint, we remember it, so what we need is a weight of twice the weight of that down there. That, because we cannot, what we would need is 11 wooden things. If we add it up, it would be 11 wooden blocks. We cannot have 11 wooden blocks, so we need 27 wooden blocks. So we add 16 wooden blocks. That's that. And 2 wooden ones. And that should do it, if I'm not very much mistaken. Yes, and then, of course, we have to change the point where the thing is sitting to the... Can I please? No, I have to move this up. Yes. Of course, if this is centered and now we have twice the weight on the left side as we have on the right, it's not functioning. So we have to set it up as it is here. This one. Move that there. And now if we pull this lever, it should hopefully not break the ball of whatever material that is created here. And this counterweight, you should now balance it. Yes, it did. I got it right. Great. Yeah, my memory. And now we see that this, the middle platform is lifted by whatever. It's gone again, but we can lift it. And this reminds us extremely of the thing I shown you at the very beginning. So, make a note of this, either a screenshot or a sketch. I always do sketches of this kind of thing. I think there were... no, there weren't pages, they are not here. Yes, and we can go down again, and we have covered 1/3 of the experiment. So, this was the easiest part, the set of scales. And now we go back to the intersection and past the lift, actually, and to the second easiest puzzle. There should be there should be a letter, and there should be pages, or not. And now when we go here, we find pages. Focus, Saavedro. You must not let the fog come and swallow you. There are long spells, I think, days, maybe months at a time, when I can't remember what I've done. The fog grows so thick around me, even if I hold my hand in front of my eyes, I barely see it. I strain and strain and strain, but nothing sticks. I think his sons came to visit us twice on Orion. The first time, Atreus asked me to meet them. He told me they would come through the book. He says they will not understand how your worlds fit together, but they will use them to open the shield. Narayan, he says, is where the lessons come together. Narayan is the sum of what they must learn. I remember, Tamra was carving a spirit mask into the tree the day the boys arrive. She tugs my sleeve to get attention, points at a glide ship in the sky. I am shocked by how young the boys appear. They look so much like their father, yet they are different somehow too. They are more impatient, and they are angry not to be treated like men. I take them to our home. I tell them I will teach them how to care for it. I say, together we will encourage the lattice tree to grow tall. They ask me why they have to work so hard. They tell me, no, Saavedro, that was later. That was after Atreus took them away. You know this because when you see them saying these things, they are older. Their faces have become angled and hard. They have grown up into men, and something dark is in their eyes. They tell you they've come back to fix Narayan. Yeah. This next riddle is very interesting, and I think I'll have a hard time explaining it. Because it's really a confusing thing to explain.